What is good, everybody? It is your boy, the one and only King Tyson, y'all. We back here for another episode. This is episode 6, y'all. We back here for episode 6, man. This is the Crown Jewel edition, y'all. So how y'all feeling out there? This is the Crown Jewel edition. So put in the comments, y'all. Put in the comments. How do y'all feel about Crown Jewel? Was y'all predictions right? Were they wrong? Were y'all surprised by any matches? So yeah, just put in the comments how y'all feeling about Crown Jewel overall. Put your ratings in the comments as well. I give Crown Jewel an 8. I give it an 8. It wasn't too bad. Like the best match for me was John Cena versus AJ Styles. That match was crazy. John Cena did his thing during that match, y'all. He was doing his thing during that match. Yeah, we're gonna talk about all the matches at Crown Jewel, y'all. This is episode 6, y'all. This is episode 6. We're going up in 2025, like I said, every week and every episode, man. So this is the freaking weekend. So how y'all feeling out there? Like I said, every week and every episode. So hopefully your week on to the weekend was stress-free, productive, and hopefully everything went your way, all right? Hopefully everything went your way. So look, let's go ahead and get into the goddamn matches. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns in the Australian street fight, y'all. And as we know that Bronson Reed won the match. And I was kind of pissed off. I wasn't kind of pissed off, but I was really pissed off. I was like, God damn. Roman Reigns goes down to goddamn Bronson Reed. And they say that Roman Reigns, well, yeah, he lost to Cody Rhodes and Bronson Reed. And it's been years since Roman Reigns has went down to anybody other than Cody Rhodes. But now we gotta add Bronson Reed to the list. So this shit is crazy. So what is next for the Bloodline? Because the Bloodline is not looking too good. We're gonna talk about that after we talk about this match. So let's get into it. Alright. During the match, Roman Reigns stopped what he was doing. He asked the WWE Universe to acknowledge him if they wanted to bring out these goddamn tables. Everybody put their ones up and shit. But before he got the table, there was no tables, y'all, at this point because of Bronson Reed turned the tables on Roman Reigns. Bronson Reed beat Roman Reigns' ass by tossing the steps. He tossed the steel steps at Roman Reigns, and he beat Roman Reigns' ass with the fucking stop sign, y'all. God damn, Roman Reigns getting his ass beat again, but Roman Reigns did recover from the beatdown and gave Bronson Reed Superman punch. And when Roman Reigns was about to go for the spear, y'all, Bronson Reed left the fucking ring. He left the ring. He said, "Oh hell no, you won't spear me today." See, he ain't gonna spear me today. So Braun Breaker, of course, shows up in the match and he spears the shit out of Roman Reigns. He speared the shit out of Roman Reigns. And then right after that, y'all, the Bronze took out Roman Reigns. They sent his ass through the motherfucking announce table. He sent his ass through the announce table. It's like, damn, Roman Reigns is done at this point. Roman Reigns is fucking done. So the Usos came out right after, Roman Reigns went through the fucking table. They came down there and they super kicked the shit out of Braun Breaker. And then they got in the ring. They did one knee to Braun Breaker. And then when they was about to do the Uso splash, Bronson Reed pushed Jimmy Uso off the top ropes. And then that's when things changed for the Usos, y'all. Actually, the whole match just changed for the Usos and Roman Reigns. Braun Breaker speared the shit out of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso went through the barricade, and then Bronson Reed was about to give Jey Uso the tsunami, but Roman Reigns saved his ass. And then Superman punched Bronson Reed's big ass. So Bronson Reed tried to put Roman Reigns through the table at this point, y'all. Did y'all see this part? I know y'all did. So look, Bronson Reed tried to put Roman through the table, but Roman Reigns reversed it. And when he did, Jey Uso speared Roman through the goddamn table. I said, oh shit. And Jey Uso was like, my bad. Jey Uso was like, my bad. So Braun Breaker speared the shit out of Jey Uso, and then Bronson Reed gave Roman Reigns the big tsunami splash. And then Bronson pinned, and that was the match, y'all. Bronson Reed wins the match. Bronson Reed wins, man. So yeah, it's looking good for the division, y'all. It is looking real good for the division. Alright, so after the match, like I said, Roman Reigns was pissed off at the Usos because he told them not to come out during the match. He told them not to come out, and they came out anyway. And Jimmy Uso was like, yeah, you needed our help. You needed our help anyway. Roman Reigns was so mad. Roman Reigns told the Usos that he said this only works one way. He was like, this only works one fucking way. And Roman Reigns told them that he said, I love y'all. He said, I love y'all, but he said, I don't want to see y'all until Christmas. He said, I won't see y'all asses till Christmas. So Roman Reigns is pissed off. So what's next for the OG bloodline? They're going downhill right now. Then Jey Uso also walks out. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the bloodlines. All right, put in the comments, y'all. Put in the comments y'all thoughts, your comments, or concerns. All right, let's keep it pushing to the Women's Crown Jewel Champion, y'all. So the new Women's Crown Jewel Champion is Stephanie Valkyrie, y'all. So big ups to Stephanie Valkyrie. She did it. She defeated Tiffany Stratton. Like I said, there was a lot of surprises going on. I just knew that Tiffany Stratton was going to defeat Stephanie, but Stephanie defeated Tiff. Like I said, Stephanie won. This was a good ass match, y'all. Stephanie and Tiffany went back and forth with the kicks and punches, but the one move that she loved, that everybody loves, the one move that everybody loves from Stephanie was a devil's kiss, and she did that on to Tiffany Stratton. So Tiffany tried to do her finisher on, that's when Stephanie moved, and Stephanie did the corkscrew flip on to Tiffany Stratton, y'all. That flip was crazy. She did the corkscrew flip, the run counts to 3, and we got a new Crown Jewel Champion. And they got a nice ass ring to go with that. So Stephanie Valkyrie, y'all, and she's the women's, as we know, she's the women's champion, women's world champion. She's also the new women's Crown Jewel Champion with the nice ass ring, y'all. So what's next with Stephanie Valkyrie? Because she is on the up and up right now. I ain't gonna say Tiffany's on the down and out, because Tiffany's been holding that championship for a long time, over what, 270 some days right now. So yeah, put in the comments, y'all. Put in the comments how y'all feel about that match. So let's go to one of my favorite matches, and that, like I said, was John Cena versus AJ Styles. And the one and only, y'all, the GOAT, y'all, the GOAT wins. John Cena defeats AJ Styles in the match, y'all. That was a good ass match. I mean, that was one of the best matches at Crown Jewel. Did you know that John Cena, like, let me talk about this before, probably on season 1. John Cena has 99 career PLE wins, and he's in second place right after The Undertaker, y'all. The Undertaker has 107 PLE wins. God damn, so since that made 99, well, at Crown Jewel it makes 100 now. He has 100 PLE wins, y'all. So before Crown Jewel was 99. And now, since Crown Jewel, it is 100. Undertaker has 107. So let's get to the match. So the beginning of the match, John Cena and AJ Styles was playing too many games for me, doing a whole lot of schoolboy amateur moves. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So when the match shifted, y'all, the match shifted when John Cena gave AJ Styles the 5 knuckle shuffle, and then he gave him the fucking AA, the attitude adjustment. But that wasn't the end of the match. So at one point in the match, did y'all think that AJ Styles was about to give John Cena the AA? Because when AJ Styles had John Cena air, he flipped him, but he flipped him on his fucking knee instead of actually on the back. So I thought he was about to give him the fucking AA. I was like, what the fuck? I said, everybody's stealing each other's moves. So speaking of stealing moves, John Cena was just pulling moves out of his ass too. Because John Cena reversed AJ's finisher move. He gave AJ Styles the skull crushing finale. And that's The Miz's finisher, y'all. And speaking of The Miz, I heard that The Miz was pissed off that he didn't face John Cena at Crown Jewel. So fuck you, Miz. I won't say fuck you, Miz, but fuck The Miz. The Miz will be okay. The Miz is bad because remember, years ago The Miz defeated John Cena at WrestleMania. He defeated John Cena at WrestleMania. That's why he thought that him and John Cena should have a match at Crown Jewel. But anyway, so John Cena had AJ in the STFU, y'all. John Cena had AJ Styles in the STFU, and then AJ reversed it, and he put John Cena in the crossface. So AJ and John Cena were just going back and forth, y'all, with submission moves. And then John Cena even put AJ Styles in the walls of Jericho. We didn't see that move in a long, of course, since Jericho been in WWE. So yeah, John Cena put AJ Styles in the walls of Jericho. So AJ Styles finally gave John Cena, y'all, like the Styles clash, but that wasn't enough to end the match. So John Cena was just full of fucking surprises. John Cena did the sister Abigail on AJ Styles, and then he kissed his ass, and that wasn't enough to end the match either. So what the fuck is going on? At one point, John Cena tried to do the pedigree on AJ Styles, but AJ Styles reversed that shit, and he dropped John Cena on his motherfucking head. So how y'all feel about this shit? It was a lot going on. It was a lot of back and forth going on with John Cena and AJ Styles. Like I said, that was one of my favorite fucking matches. John Cena even pulled off the RKO. John Cena pulled off the RKO, and he chokeslammed AJ Styles. I was like, what the fuck? Things started to change when John Cena tried to do the 619. Wade Barrett was saying this was like a creative character off of WWE 2K25, y'all, because John Cena was just stealing moves from everybody. John Cena was about to do the 619, but AJ Styles shut that down. He did a 450 flip onto John Cena's bitch ass. He did 450, but that wasn't enough. So look, like I said, it was a lot. So AJ Styles, you know, giving John Cena the sweet chin music. Y'all gave him the sweet chin music, and he gave him up the flying forearm right after that. But it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough to end the fucking match. This match was crazy. So at the end, y'all, at the end, John Cena tombstone AJ Styles, and then he gave him up one more final AA, and that was a John Cena pins and win the fucking match, y'all. That was a lot. So big ups to John Cena, the greatest of all time, y'all. That match was crazy. That was one of my favorite matches, like I said earlier. John Cena defeats AJ Styles. So how y'all feeling, y'all? Put in the comments. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, y'all. And also, don't forget, y'all, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, y'all, right here on the Raw SmackDown. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to your boy, alright? Let's get it. Let's keep it moving. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors, y'all. And the two and only, y'all, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky won the match. So during the match, let's talk about it. During the match, the Kabuki Warriors went in on Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, but Io gained momentum and did a suicide dive to Asuka outside the ring. So most of the match, Io Sky struggled to, tag in Rhea Ripley, but when she finally tagged in Rhea Ripley was on fire. She took out both members of the Kabuki Warriors. I mean, Asuka and Kairi Sane. the momentum changed multiple times during the match. During this match. So the Kabuki Warriors was fucking shit up, and then the Kabuki Warriors was fucking shit up, and then Rhea Ripley and Io Sky was doing the same thing. Like I said, it was going back and forth. Whole lot of back and forth. The Kabuki Warriors did their finisher on Rhea, but Io Sky saved her ass from ending the match. But at the end of the match, Rhea Ripley took out Asuka and riptied Kairi Sane, and then Io Sky did her finisher onto Kairi Sane, and the rep counts to 3. And that was the match, y'all. That was a match. So big ups to Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for winning the match. So what's next for Io Sky, y'all? Put in the comments, what's next for Io Sky and Rhea Ripley? Are they gonna go for Stephanie Vicarious Championship? Like I said on the last episode, y'all, the next PLE will be Saturday night's main event, y'all, November 1st. So make sure y'all tune in for that, alright? So we're gonna see what happened at Saturday night's main event. So let's keep it pushing to the main event. The main event was Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins for the men's Crown Jewel Championship. And the winner of that match, I just knew it was gonna be Cody Rhodes, but it wasn't. It was the one and only Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins cheated to win, evidently. Okay, to find any means to win. Seth Rollins had to find any means to win this match. He said he has to win this match because if he didn't win the match, he would lose respect from his fucking team. And he also would lose Paul Heyman. So Seth Rollins had to do what he had to do to win this match, y'all. So let's talk about it. Cody Rhodes went Wild West on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins didn't know how to handle the pressure from the fans or Cody Rhodes, y'all. That shit was crazy. Cody Rhodes was going crazy. So Seth Rollins was crashing out. Seth Rollins was starting to crash out. He even started arguing with Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. He was arguing with their ass. So Seth was unhinged at this point. Seth was unhinged. Seth stumped Cody Rhodes back on the barricade, y'all. Seth is back on the barricade. And then when he this is when he started to take control of the match. Did y'all see when Cody Rhodes was going for the cutter and then Seth Rollins turned that shit into a fucking powerbomb? That shit was dope. That shit was dope as hell. I gotta give it to Seth Rollins on that one. Yeah, Seth thought it was it, and then he started to argue with the fucking referee again. He thought the match was over. So he started to argue with the ref. So Seth he also started to mock, y'all. He started to mock Cody Rhodes when Cody Rhodes was Stardust. Y'all remember when Cody Rhodes was Stardust? That motherfucker was ugly. He was ugly as fuck back in the day. So anyway, he started to mock Cody Rhodes, and then he put Cody Rhodes in the figure 4 leg lock, y'all. He put him in the figure 4 leg lock. Then Cody Rhodes came back, dropping Seth Rollins on his fucking back, and then Cody Rhodes was on fire, taking it to Seth, jab after motherfucking jab, y'all, to Seth's dumb ass. Seth was a dumb motherfucker. But anyway, Cody Rhodes hit Seth Rollins with the Cody Cutter, and then later Seth Rollins hit Cody Rhodes with the motherfucking pedigree. It was a lot of back and forth going on in this match too, though. So this is my second favorite match right here. You know, both of them put on a hell of a match, y'all. Both of them put on one hell of a match. So put in the comments, y'all. Put in the comments how y'all was feeling. So at one point in the match, Seth Rollins did Cody Rhodes' finisher on his ass. He did this crossroads on the Cody Rhodes. That's when I thought it was over when Seth Rollins pedigree Cody Rhodes, and he stumped him right after that. He stumped his ass right to the fucking mat. So I also thought it was over when Cody Rhodes gave Seth Rollins the super color, and then he crossroads his ass. It was a lot, like I said, it was going back and forth. So it was that was a good ass match. So Seth Rollins was about to use the Rolex. He got a Rolex that was gifted to him. He's about to punch Cody Rhodes in his goddamn face. And that's when, you know, that almost costed him the match right there. So Seth Rollins did something crazy, y'all. He did something crazy. He went coast to Seth on Cody Rhodes. He went coast to coast on Cody Rhodes. It was like a suicide dive, flying headbutt to goddamn Cody Rhodes. So that wasn't enough to finish the match. So this wasn't just the match. This wasn't just the match. This was a fight for Seth Rollins' reputation. This was a fight for reputation. So Seth Rollins was pulling moves out of his ass too, y'all. Seth Rollins did the Spanish fly on the Cody Rhodes from the top rope. That move was crazy. That move was crazy. And then he did something like the rock bottom on Cody Rhodes. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So Cody Rhodes gave Seth Rollins a super crossroads. I gave him a super crossroads. And that's when I thought the match was over. I thought Cody Rhodes had the match won at this point. So the turning point of this match was when Seth Rollins punched Cody Rhodes with the fucking Rolex. You know, using the fucking Rolex. That's why I say he cheated. He used the Rolex while the referee was distracted. He was down and shit. So he stumped Cody Rhodes not once, but twice. And the second time he stumped Cody Rhodes was from the top rope, y'all. After he stumped him from the top rope. That was it. Seth Rollins pinned and won the match, y'all. So Seth Rollins is the new Crown Jewel champion. He has the new Crown Jewel ring. So Seth Rollins did what he had to do to win. So look, at the end of the match, y'all, Seth Rollins said that he proved that he is the greatest of all time, y'all. So do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe Seth Rollins proved that he's the greatest of all time by winning the Crown Jewel champion? Well, by winning the Crown Jewel championship. So put in the comments how y'all feelings. Put in the comments questions, comments, or concerns about Crown Jewel or about the Raw SmackDown in general. Alright, so look, that was it, y'all. That was Crown Jewel edition, y'all. That was episode 6. Episode 6 is down and out, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging in there, staying with me through the whole series, the seasons, the episodes. So look, I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, man. And we also, remember, we also on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe every week and every episode to your boy, King Tyson, man. I love y'all. I will see y'all in the next episode. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're right here with the one and only King Tyson. I'll see y'all.